Good morning, Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailorman, coming to you once again. I'm riding to Puerto Rico, smoking a macabre, and smoking nightcap. Right now, it's been 2 days I've been smoking this. Need something a little stronger. And right now, the Oriental English blend is doing me just fine. I want to say something very important that I heard a great Bible teacher tell me. Is, I've been praying for the situation in the Ukraine. He says to me, Miguel, you can't pray against prophecy. I said, what do you mean? Once it's etched in stone, and God makes up his mind, it will surely come to pass. And I was meditating, thinking to myself, why, Lord? Why is this upon that nation? So I began searching the history of Ukraine. Why this before? Nothing happens by chance. Same thing with the United States. Same thing the Bible says in Revelation, God will judge the nations. Every nation on the face of the earth is going to be judged. How they treat God's people. I don't care what denomination, is it Jew or Christian, how you treat God's people. If God considers you a son, whoever mistreats you is going to be judged for it. That's the Bible. So, as I began reading, I realized that the Ukraine has a dark history too. Has a racist history, has a dark history against other people, have committed atrocities themselves and massacres themselves against Jews, Israelis, and other people. They ain't saints either, is what I'm trying to say. Just like Russia ain't saints. So, oftentimes, enemies of Israel have been turned against each other, like Persia turned against Babylon, the Medo-Persians, Alexander, the Empire of Alexander. So oftentimes, God causes Israel's enemies to turn on each other, so His purposes can be fulfilled. Like you see in the war of Ezekiel 38, that He will cause Gog and Magog to come against Him. And the prophet says that God is against Gog, the leader of this confederacy, and will ultimately destroy him. So you see, we can only see what's in the physical realm. We don't know what's happening in the supernatural realm. And because of that, we're not going to understand. If you're not a child of God, you can't see the spirit world, neither are you going to believe the text. So you're going to rationalize through intellect, logic, and reason. It's some things that God does is not within our reason to understand. For He says, my ways are not your ways, and your ways are not my ways. In other words, we don't think like God, and we're not God. And God does things whole way different. He does things totally different than the way we think. Food for thought. Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailorman. See you guys later on in the day. Ciao.